very much as it is written, okay? And we did a little bit of elaboration for the playing to try and make it a little bit more interesting. Now, you know, we've been chatting in preparation for the show, but also, you know, in the break about, you know, what we can do to now start to take ownership of the piece as musicians. So of course, you know, the students at home haven't perhaps got these advanced skills that we've got, but perhaps we should be now alluding to them as to, you know, what comes next when you've got a raw piece of data, what you can actually do to try and make it a little bit more interesting. Anthony, you had a couple of ideas as to what we should do, so could you expand on those?
Yeah, I mean, just from my point of view, coming into a band situation, and I've had a chart put in front of me, piece of music that's written by you and arranged by Terry. Yeah. But as a keyboard player, now I can perhaps bring something to the table and suggest a few things. So perhaps the students can look at this music and perhaps, for example, this first verse. The second half of it, for example, I noticed that Terry's got much more movement in the bass line. Right. And that could perhaps be mirrored by a little bit more movement in the keyboard part. Okay. We've got minims and semi-breeze, basically. So we've got lots of chords that are not particularly pianistic and apply to a piano. There'd perhaps be a more synthy sound. Right. But as I'm playing a piano today, I'd be perhaps tempted to play more rhythm, or just put the odd passing rhythm in it, something like that. Just perhaps the second time round, just to make it slightly more interesting. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's going somewhere, going into the first chorus. So that's what I'd personally be tempted to do. Definitely not overplay, because I'm still part of the band and respecting what's going on.
You know, should we? I mean, should we try it? Yeah, it's exciting. Should we try that and build up on that? Yeah, sure. Which bars have we got here? We're talking.
I'm basically calling about the second time through, from bar 7 to bar 12. Okay. So just from the piano point of view, I play it really straight, exactly the notes that are written there, and then just second time through, just a little bit more movement, because Terry's got more movement as well, and then that will naturally lead us into the chorus.
Yeah, cool. So we'll take that first verse in its entirety with the change at bar 7. Okay,
give it a go.
Okay to count in? Sure. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so
just maybe lifts it up a bit, but
helps,
not to overplay. Certainly, I wouldn't advocate that. And it's still listening to what Dave's doing, and so it's not trying to get in the way. Just a little bit more movement. Give the piece a little bit more movement in the second half of that, going into the chorus. So, I mean, we haven't radically changed much. Absolutely
there.
Not. No.
Just added a little bit of your your experience to create some more movement there. I mean, we were also talking about the dynamics of what might happen a little bit later on in the part, you know, and I really like the idea of well, you were talking about the verse and the chorus, and perhaps there's a bit of strength in the second chorus to perhaps change that whole mood.
Yeah, I just looking at it, and the piece as a whole, we've got what we're calling verse 1, got a chorus, we've got verse 2, and then we're going back into chorus 2 before the last, what we're calling verse 3, before the last 8 bars from bar 41. And I just, looking at it, and I don't know if it'll work, but thinking maybe at bar 33 we could make that into a sort of classic middle 8 section, if you like, and do something, have another musical idea there. So we're using the same structure of it, same chords. Right. Yeah. We're going into, all those notes are adding up into an A minor chord, and that's perhaps more thoughtful, reflective, and I just thought we could just try
change the mood a bit,
change the mood.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
So maybe I was going to go into sort of more pretty piano mode, if you like, there. Okay. I think you're still chugging away, aren't you, there?
Yes, I am, yeah.
So maybe come away from that chugging and perhaps just do a straight even minims or two chords a bar, or and perhaps something more interesting at the end of the bar. Okay. Terry, I don't know what you've got at bar 33.
Yeah, I've got the same thing. You know, I've got 8th notes, so chugging along, so I could.
So if you've got 8 notes, if you come right off that and just play again,
play a bit higher up, so it's got
play the same notes, but play less of them perhaps. So you've got the harmony's not changing, but just playing more just longer notes basically.
Yeah,
and Brian perhaps just come off the groove a bit there.
Okay, he's back on that.
And then we're naturally going into our last 8 bars at 41.
Yeah.
So perhaps once we start at bar 33, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
from bar 37,
Yeah.
the harmonist sort of definitely wanting to go somewhere there.
Okay.
So we'll get back into the groove at 41.
Yeah.
Right.
And from 37, we're gradually coming out of that sort of pretty mode, going back to what the chart is, and even Dave take a solo for the last 8 bars or something.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, can we just try, for instance, I mean, just so I can get an idea of what I'm supposed to
Sure.
do,
Yeah.
so I can really hear this,
Yeah.
can we just try sort of 33 through to 40 and then look at how that's going to build dynamically and also
Yeah.
with the parts?
So the
Yeah.
second chorus, yeah?
Second chorus, bars 33 through to the end of bar 40.
Okay, thanks.
You know, with
Cool, going into that last 8 bars.
yeah. We'll possibly
Right, Dave.
perhaps just
Yeah,
stop at
certainly.
41.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the last 7 bars,
So
isn't
yeah,
it?
it's
Yeah, sure.
33 to 33.
Okay, actually,
Just-
I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but just I'm going to play basically notes of an A minor chord,
Okay.
and just perhaps in a more, I'll see, we'll see.
Thoughtful kind
Thoughtful
of way.
way.
Okay, so drop out from that chugging.
Okay.
So let's try that.
Straight
So-
on it, yeah?
Yeah, so straight on at bar 33, second chorus.
Yeah, and then
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
I mean, you know, just I need to work on my build up there, but I've got the idea now. I'm excited about doing a solo there.
Okay.
Great.
You
yeah,
think
the
that might
ends-
sound
yeah.
like power
Brilliant.
chord and straight into solo?
Sure.
So we take it from 33
Yeah.
right to the end.
Yep.
Yeah,
33 straight through to 47.
Great.
Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great.
Great.
Excellent.
Okay, that's cool. So, are you okay with that, Terry?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I was trying to follow your figures there in the way that with the cymbals and a couple of fills to try and pick out the rhythm that's going on there. Obviously, you know, for the viewers at home, what's obviously very important is we're following the music, and we've all got session pencils here, so we're
Band
all furiously
pencil.
making little notes
So we don't
here.
forget.
So that's something always to remember to take to your rehearsals is pencils, and in my case, lots of erasers here. Otherwise, make a few of the odd mistakes. So that's brilliant. Okay, that's really cool. I really like that piece.
That's a
So
nice section, yeah.
the only thing I would want to add to that, if I may, is being a drummer, I like that rock and roll washing up thing. So
At the end, you mean?
yeah, the end
Yeah.
thing. So what I
Okay.
would like to do is kind of extend the piece by a bar, by doing a big fill at the end, big washing
Like
up,
a
give it
pause
large,
on the end of the last
All right.
chord.
and then
Yeah.
sort of button it,
Yep.
you know, on that last
So an
piece.
extra
You
chord
know,
on the
an
end,
extra
yeah.
sort of button on what would be beat 1 of the 48th bar,
Yeah.
but kind of just really hold at 47.
Make a meal of it.
Yeah, make a meal of it.
Right.
Now, obviously, guys, you know, at home you haven't got some of these skills yet, but you know, hopefully, not too long you will do. You know, we create with what you've got, because that's all we're doing. You know, we can't create with what we haven't got. We wish we were all better, but you know, we're just trying to be a little bit creative, show you that you can use these skills, you know, all the skills that you're developing, and throw them into these pieces, and they don't have to be just what's on the page. You know, bring your own personality to them, and really get it cracking. Let's do the whole piece with that new section.
Yeah,
Okay,
great.
guys? Lots
Let's
of
do it.
dynamics.
Have
Okay,
fun.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.